I don't care what one thinks about me or what judgments.
So apparently USA Today removed 23 stories from their websites all about Amber Heard because they now know the truth that Amber had fabricated all her stories and had actually been the abuser of Johnny. They claimed that after an internal investigation, they found out that one of their journalists had fabricated quotes in her stories, and that's why they had removed the said articles. This has been reported by a number of news outlets who are secretly removing articles about Amber after finally realizing they had been lied to. Not only is this big since all the lies that had been spreading around about Amber are now being cancelled and silenced. People are now opening their eyes to who the real victim in that toxic relationship was. It also showed us how journalists have been slacking in their work recently, and how the rise in YouTube and online journalism is going to be relevant in the near future. A fan tweeted, "It's disgusting that we get our news from these journalists who basically write whatever they want now. Too lazy to get a comment. Just say you tried. No good quotes. Just make up a whole person. WTF. How can we trust any of them? I now get my news from YouTube and skim." The public is ecstatic that finally, after 6 years of being tormented by the media, Johnny is finally finding the peace he deserves now that articles about Amber are being flagged down. A fan said on Twitter, "Finally, Johnny Depp deserves justice in law. In MSM, everywhere. Supporting Amber Heard and allowing her a platform is contrary to what justice and hashtag convicting abusers should be about." When the journalist Taylor Lawrence, who had been speculating and fabricating words for Amber, was called out by fans who called out for her to be removed, it has been confirmed that she has been removed from the feature staff to the technology team. A special editor, Cameroon Barr, has even been asked to review her articles before publication just to be safe. It's so sad that even big names like The Sun called Johnny a wife beater, and that he lost when he sued them because everyone was blindly following Amber and believing her lies. We hope The Sun makes an entire article asking Johnny to pardon them for defaming him, when he was the one being beaten by his ex-wife whom they had initially believed. The other news outlet that should apologize to Johnny is the Washington Post, because they had been the ones to publish Amber's op-ed that had claimed she had been domestically and physically abused by Johnny. Without even finding evidence, they had shamelessly basked in the fame of having their article read by a multitude of people, when in reality everything they had written was lies. In other words, they had aided Amber in ruining Johnny's life, and we are sure they never asked Johnny his opinion on what Amber was saying about him. After Johnny sued Amber for the op-ed post, 7 members of the jury all found Amber to be guilty of all the 3 charges against her, meaning they had looked at all the evidence, listened to all the testimonies, and found Amber to be a liar. After the verdict, she and her counsel, Elaine, have been appearing in court claiming that the verdict was unfair and that the judge was biased and the jury incompetent. Even the hosts of the shows have been seen not believing Amber and her team, and when Amber tried insinuating that the jury believed Johnny because he is a star and an amazing actor, Savannah, the host at NBC Today, shut her up by telling her the jury made a verdict without the dazzlement that is Johnny. Amber and her team are being called liars right at their faces, and everyone believes it's time for them to either stop lying or just come out with the truth as it really is. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.